Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade, and today we're going to be taking a look at a flag pattern short trade here on gold. Now, we can see here that gold obviously formed this nice little flag right here, pulled up in a nice small little channel, exactly what we love to see, and now has broken below that previous swing low. Now, that was just a minor swing low, and this little red line that I have here, that was the aggressive entry, but because this swing low down here wasn't very good looking, I opted to stay out of that. There was a nice bull trap that kind of fired off right at the highs here and fell off. So it did give some merit to that little short entry there. But again, it was a little bit more aggressive. I want to actually see us close outside of this range. Now, what I'm looking for here is a move right back to the downside here. And potentially with these, the first low that we have to deal with is 1299.6. We do have those 1300s in the middle to kind of deal with as well. But what we can do, since we have about 8 seconds for this candle to close, is we're just going to place our sell stop. So let's get that ahead of time here, and then we'll see if we can get the price that we want out of this one. So our limit order right there at 1301.1 is where we're short. Let's place our stop really quick right above the swing high up here. Now, the reason I'm only taking one contract short in this case is because our stop is about 20 ticks, and that's a relatively large stop. So we want to be a little bit careful around that area there. So now that we're in short, now we can start looking for where our target needs to go. So let's use our handy little retracement tool here, and we're going to use this intermediate swing high right here. We could look at this overall high, but because we dipped down and pulled up into this, I like this high more here at 1304.8. So we'll be looking at the first target in this case, because we're only trading one contract, that's all we're going to use, but the first target would be at 1298.2. Now, when we get to that level at 1298.2, we're just going to move our stop to break even. But our final target is going to be here at 1296, just a couple ticks ahead of that. So 1296.3 is where we're looking to go here. Now, I have to adjust the drawing tool here because it doesn't let me use the ruler correctly. So from our entry, we're risking 20 ticks. To our target down here, we're looking to make 48 ticks. So over a 2-to-1 risk reward on this one. Even for that first target down here, you're looking at a 29 tick first target. So even if you were looking at this 50% with multiple contracts, it's still over 1-to-1. This is a gorgeous flag pattern. These don't set up this nice looking very often. Typically, they look kind of ugly, and then they might dip back and come back up to the flag and then fall off. But in this case, this actually looks pretty nice here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to place a line at this 1298.2 just to make it so that we don't have so much stuff on the chart here. That way I can just get rid of that tool, and now we can easily see what's going on here. So we're short one contract here at 1301.1, looking for 1298.2 to move our stop to break even, and then from there we can look for 1296.3 for our final target. Now, as we come down here, we can also look for options to trail our stop, but because we're only in one contract, really once we move to break even, take the risk off the table. If we get close to this and bounce, we will look to lock in our stop a little bit closer. If we come to 1296.8, something like that, where you're only a few ticks away, there's no sense in squandering this whole block of profit. We'll look to lock in our stop a little bit more. But for right now, we're short 1301.1, probably in for a long haul here. The important level is this low down here at 1299.6. We need to get below this low, and we need to close below this low. That's an important level here. You can see, looking back, we've been kind of consolidated here. We had this strong move up, and then we got into this little block of consolidation. And then another burst higher up here, and then a little bit of a pullback down here that we had here, and then another shot back up again. So we're having these really strong bursts to the upside, and we have yet to break below those previous burst lows that we had from there. So if we start breaking below that, we need to stay below those lows for us to actually have some conviction on this trade. So looking right now, if we tag it and bounce higher, as long as we, again, if we tag it and bounce higher, it's going to look a little bit more shaky here, but we've got to close below that 99.6. So we're short, probably in for the next, hour or two. Might take a little time for this trade to work out. So we'll be back in a little bit, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, we're back. Just a quick little update here. It's been, about 30 minutes or so since we got into this trade. And looking at the trade itself, first of all, we hit that 50% profit target right here at 1298.2. So our stop is locked in right at break even at 1301.1. Now, the other important thing is look at exactly what we wanted to see happened. We closed below that low, and that's a very important aspect of this trade. So now we know that we're sitting in a really nice position here where, we might get another burst down down to fill our target relatively easily. Now, that's not to say that we're not going to bounce around a little bit here. This is the first profit target, and you can see a lot of people bought that level at 1298.2, immediately ricocheted right back up, and we've bounced up since then about 13 ticks. So there was quite a bit of buying down here. But because we closed below this low, that gives us a lot of confidence in this trade. So just wanted to do a quick update so everyone could see it, but now we're just kind of waiting for the next push down here. Second leg down to 1296.3 to get that target filled. So we'll be back in a little bit. All right, folks, we're back. We're coming close to our target here. I locked my stop down here to 1299.8. We are testing our target here. Tested it once, 1296.3, didn't fill it. So what we can do, and actually there we go, we just filled it. I was going to lock my stop in a little bit closer just to, lock in those profits there, but we just filled that target, so I can just cancel my stop order there. And then let's add the orders on the screen so we can see it. There we go. And you can see, I mean, this worked out really, really just gorgeous, an absolutely awesome trade. And this is what we like to see. Again, you did have that first entry here below that swing low, but that was really aggressive. I still would have liked it, maybe if the stop didn't have to be so big, it would have looked nice just because we had that little kind of fake out above those highs, and then it came falling right back down again. So it did look like a nice little, bull trap into a reversal kind of entry here. But still, overall, we were able to get filled here at 1301.1. And then got our final target down here at 1296.3. You can see a lot of people front run that level. We're already bouncing back up for 48 ticks. Now, a couple important things that we touch base on along the way. We closed below that level, and that was a very, very strong indication that we still had some room to the downside yet. And you can see we kind of ricocheted back and forth between these levels, and it took a little bit of time. And that's why we wanted to keep an eye on this level here. You can see it acted as resistance, acted as resistance, acted as resistance. It was definitely a strong level inside this mix here, and as long as we stayed below it, we did close above it for a little bit, but then immediately went right back down again. So that's not any type of continuation or reversal. That's just more likely just kind of a stop run there. So just a gorgeous, awesome, an awesome trade. 48 ticks in the bank on one contract, 480 bucks on the day so far. So that's going to be the trade for today. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade, and don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. Have a good one.